Hello, welcome back. Maybe I should say that to me instead. I've been gone. I'm so sorry. So the main reason that I have been gone was because I was finishing up my master's degree, and the last 2 months have been incredibly stressful. And then on top of it all, as soon as I was done, I got sick. I got really sick. You can still hear it a little bit. I got the flu because I had a fever for a while, and I still have this cough that's absolutely gross, and it's been a bit of a rough time. But I'm standing here now in front of you, in front of my newly reorganized bookshelves, which you will see a video of that later, because I did actually film it. I did the thing. And I'm gonna do a January TBR. The lighting's not the best because it's dark outside right now, but I have a good light in here, so I'm gonna use it. And let's see what we're gonna do for this month. So, January is going to be the first month that I have not had to worry about graduate school for about 3 years now. And it's going to be weird to get back into it because I haven't been able to have a consistent reading, writing, workout, any of that kind of schedule. Any of that kind of schedule because of school. As much as I keep talking about how my degree wasn't the most challenging thing ever, it was very time consuming. It took up a lot of my free time, which I'm just not having free time. And I was working full time while I was going to school, so that probably didn't help with that. I was trying to get videos up, and I know that they weren't always the most or the best quality videos. I'm working on that. That's one of my goals for this year. But as of right now, I just want to get started. I want to get back into enjoying reading and enjoying my books and enjoying writing and that kind of stuff. I will have designated writing videos again. I am getting back into that. I do have goals for this year as far as my writing goes. I have goals as far as my reading goes, and you'll see all of that. I will share that happily with you. But for now, we're just gonna hop into a TBR video because I haven't done one since the beginning of November, and I read 6 books in the last 2 months of the year. So alright, so I have my deck of cards here. I am doing the same game that I did last year. I'm doing my random card draw TBR, but I am going to be adding some new and getting rid of some old prompts. I'm going to be changing those around. I just haven't had the time because we've been sick and it's been the holidays, and yeah, so that's my really long introduction. So as normal, I will be drawing 6 books, and let's shuffle the deck really quickly and then we'll see what it brings. I am going to leave one of the wild cards in, so this wild card's going to be a me choose, so I get to choose what book I'm going to read then. So I'm adding that roll for 1, and I'm very excited about it. I think it'll be a great add-in for me. So yes. There are a couple books that I do want to get through this month, several actually, and now that I have a little bit of free time, I'm really hoping that I'll actually get to them. I can't guarantee that I will, but I think I would like to. Let's go over the books that I want to read next month. First, the first one is Foul Days by Genoveva de Moir. I have started this book probably 3 or 4 times, and I'm absolutely loving it. I just got this copy not terribly long, well, a couple months ago. It's not terribly long. Time means nothing to me right now. But basically, the last time I attempted to read this book, it was a library book, and I did not finish it before I had to return it because it was high demand, and so I couldn't renew it, and I didn't read it in the time that I needed to. So, hey, it matches my shirt. But this one is a book that I'm hoping to read this upcoming month in January. This is the Owl Crate edition, so it's absolutely gorgeous. One of the few books I actually have from Owl Crate because I've never subscribed to them. I just kind of pick up their books where I see them and when I like them. So this is the first book that I do really want to get in my TBR. So Foul Days follows a witch named Kosara who is the ex-girlfriend basically of the king of monsters, and in order to escape him, she sells her shadow to a witch, and buys her way into the city. However, it is illegal for a witch to sell her shadow, and so her goal is now to try and get her shadow back, because also if she doesn't in a specific amount of time, she will end up dying. This is a book that is based off of, I want to say, Romanian folklore, and I absolutely adore it. It is so intriguing. The sequel just came out as well, so I'm hoping that Owlcrate will do another copy of the second one as well. This one plays with monsters, it plays with ghosts, it plays with witches, it plays with magic, it plays with belonging in the harsh Romanian winters versus inside of a city that is very much encased in a wall. It's such an adventure story. I would highly recommend it, and I really can't wait to finish it. The next two books are part of a project that I have been doing, and they're the books that I've recently gotten from Broken Binding, which is the current subscription that I am using, and that is The Stone of Farewell, followed by To Green Angel Tower Siege, books 2 and 3 in the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series by Tad Williams. These are absolutely gorgeous editions. I will be getting the fourth book, which is technically the second half of this book, but it's like 2,000 pages or something ridiculous. So it was originally published in 2 books, and that's what they have gone back to. These are my monthly subscriptions for this box, and I would like to keep up with it. I read the first book, which is The Dragonbone Chair, in November, and I absolutely loved it. Well, I understood where people got turned off by it, but I absolutely love this kind of high fantasy, and this is just a great story. I am about halfway through The Stone of Farewell. I have not started this one, obviously, but The Stone of Farewell is the second book in the series, as I've said now 6 times or something stupid like that. But so far it's really good. It's very much exploring where our characters are going after the first book, and I really, really can't wait to see what happens as we progress the story. So this one is definitely high up on my list. I'm not going to talk too much about Stone of Farewell. I will talk about The Dragonbone Chair. The Dragonbone Chair, this series follows Simon, who is a kitchen boy at the palace, and he is 14 and he is anxious to do something. He is bored, he has a lot of energy, and he's just causing trouble where he's at. When suddenly, at one point, he becomes an apprentice to kind of like the court magician, sort of. He's not a full magician, but he is known as the magician of the court, and he ends up getting embroiled into the politics and into some real drama that leads to war. And this poor 14-year-old boy is suddenly thrust into this world that he was not prepared for, that he really thought he was. So it is very, very high fantasy, but it is so good. If you like that kind of story, you have to be willing to work your way through a lot of world building. This story is very Tolkien-esque. I can see where he gets inspiration from, J.R.R. Tolkien, but Tad Williams, I still think, is an amazing author, and I highly recommend this. Alright, so now that I've gone through the 3 books that I really do want to read this year, this month, let's draw the cards. All right, we got, oh my goodness, focus. The Ace of Clubs. Ace of Clubs. All right, where are we at? Ace of Clubs. Right here, this is this one. Come on, it's a debut. I won't focus. Alright, I need a debut. Alright, well, I'm actually gonna jump right in, and I'm gonna choose Foul Days for this prompt because I want it on my TBR, and I already told you about it. So let's jump to draw number 2. It is a debut. The sequel is out, and that's Monstrous Days, I believe. But we have Foul Days, and then I think it's Monstrous Days. Monstrous Nights, I'm sorry. Monstrous Nights is the sequel. Draw number 2. Ooh, the Queen of Clubs. 2 clubs in a row. I'm thinking about adding a clause about drawing multiples in a row, but it's all chance. So clubs, second from the bottom is Queen. Ooh, all right. Oopsies. I'm gonna break something on that. All right. Book to movie. All right. All right, so book to movie. I'm not gonna watch the movie, or in this case, it's a TV show. But I'm going to try Wool by Hugh Howey. This is the first book in the Silo trilogy, and I believe this is a dystopian, futuristic world where all of humankind is now contained within giant silos, like the ones that like corn are stored in, but it's huge, and it's a whole civilization inside of that because we've poisoned the outside world enough that no one can live there. And this is about, I believe, someone who goes out into that world in order to figure out what's happening and if the outside world is habitable or not. So, book 2, I'm intrigued. I have a coworker who absolutely loves this series and keeps recommending it to me, so I'll give it a shot and see what happens. It is longer than I thought. Like, this is almost 600 pages. Big books to start off the year. All right, draw number 3. Ooh, we got the 3 of Hearts. All right, right here. Hearts, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, ooh, nope, I don't want that one. I want this one. I want this one. Ugh. All right, we have a new to me author. So there's a lot of ones that I can pick for this actually, because these are authors that I haven't read yet. So it's new to me. I love when I do this for myself. Okay, so this is gonna seem really random, but it's gonna be a book because I just redid my shelves. This is why I want to read it. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so this book is gonna seem really random, but this is actually a fantasy trilogy that I have had for quite some time. And that's gonna be The Waking Land by Callie Bates. So I got this in a book box that no longer exists, one called Page Habit. And I believe this is from like 2017 or something like that, right? Yeah, 2017 is when this book came out. But basically what they did for Page Habit is you see all of these post-its are notes that are handwritten by the author for the people who subscribed to this box, which I think is really cool. I mean, obviously they were copied and like put onto the post-its, but still, I thought it was really cool. I have had this book for a very long time, really need to read it. But this, I'm just going to read the description because it's going to be a little bit easier to explain, I think. Lady Elena is fiercely devoted to the king who raised her like a daughter. But when he dies under mysterious circumstances, Elena is accused of his murder and must flee for her life. Returning to the homeland of magical legends she has forsaken, Elena is forced to reckon with her despised, estranged father, branded a traitor long ago. Feeling a strange, deep connection to the natural world, she also must face the truth about the forces she has always denied or disdained as superstition, powers that suddenly stir within her. But an all too human threat is drawing near, determined to exact revenge. Now Elena has no choice but to lead a rebellion against the kingdom to which she once gave her allegiance. Trapped between divided loyalties, she must summon the courage to confront a destiny that could tear her apart. I don't know why, but this caught my attention, and I have the full trilogy, so I think I'm going to give it a shot and see what I think about it. So, there we go. Something that people probably haven't heard about. So I'm trying to try more books that aren't like the super popular ones, because I have so many books on my shelves. I'd like to read these. I'd like to read the ones, because I picked up books purposefully because I hadn't heard about them before, so. All right, draw number 4. The 7 of Clubs. That's 3 clubs that we've drawn. That's a lot of clubs. All right, 7 of Clubs. Clubs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, this will be good. Okay, so this is, come on, focus, a sequel. Can you guess what I'm gonna pick? It's a sequel. It's the second one, so we're gonna use this one. So now, 2 of the 3 books that I wanted to read are on my TBR. That's exciting. Next draw. Ooh, the Jack of Diamonds. Hey, it's Shanks. It's Shanks. Say hi. Shanks. There we go. It looks weird in that picture. That's okay. Ugh, Jack of Diamonds. So Diamonds is over here. Jack's 3 from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, this one says A Polycon Hauled. All right, so a book that I got from a Polycon. All right, so for A Polycon Hauled, I'm going to use A Sense of Danger by Jennifer Estep. This is a mystery, and the main reason I'm doing this is because basically all of my other books are sci-fi and fantasy, and I need something that's not. This is a adventure, I think it's a romance. But it's from a series called the Section 47 book, and it follows a spy and an assassin, and that is what I know. And I'm intrigued, honestly, by it, so I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna see what I think. I have a couple different books by Jennifer Estep, so I think this would probably be a good one to start with. All right, last draw. Ooh, another Jack. What do we got? Jack of Spades. A Zorro. We have a Zorro. There he is. All right, Jack of Spades. Spades on the other side, so we're gonna switch over here. Spades, 3 from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. This one. We're just gonna put it over here for now. All right, we've got a weapon on the cover, so let's see what we can find. All right, so for a weapon on the cover, I'm going to pick the games Gods Play. We've got some axes right here on the cover. This is, all I know about it is a Greek mythology based story where the main character is picked by Hades in order to be their representative, his representative in some battle for who will rule the gods. And that seems really dramatic. So there we go. That'll be fun. I don't know a lot about it. It has very pretty sprayed edges. But yeah. And the second one has been announced. And like, it's so pretty inside. So I have high hopes. I have heard mixed things about this, but I'm curious to see where it goes. I have heard that it's romantasy, but I've also heard that they just advertise it as romantasy and it's not actually a romantasy, so I don't know. We'll see, I suppose, what it ends up being. So yeah, all right, there we go. All right, let me gather my books together for this. I have a little display area on this shelf now that I'm keeping them on, so that's kind of fun. And I'm putting them on in an order that they will stack in. So, oh, I didn't get, only one I didn't get on my list, and that's okay. So this is, oh my goodness, I'm gonna drop these. This is my TBR for January. That's a solid TBR. That's a big TBR, actually. Well, it's more, there's a couple big books on it. Like, these two are big books. Wool's a pretty big book. Games Gods Play is solid size. So yeah, there we go. We started, guys. We finally came back and did a TBR video. Okay, finally came back and did a video, period. So yes, that's what I got for you guys here today. I am back. I'm hoping to post at least twice a week. We'll see how it goes. I'm still getting back into the swing of having a social life and having a life in general, period. End of sentence. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. But that's what I got for you guys here today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. It really does help me out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.